All right, hey everybody, it's Chad here, your Thursday Gone FT M. Kind of just gonna jump into this week's topic, which is the trans umbrella, and I'm still kind of unsure about exactly what this means, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. And I also just want to throw out that I'm not trying to sound rude or ignorant or uneducated on this subject, but I still am unclear, and I hope I'm not like offending anybody with what I'm gonna say. Um, so the trans umbrella, it's pretty much what people define or classify as people that are under this trans umbrella. I guess some people consider genderqueer or androgynous individuals under this trans umbrella. Some people only assume that people medically transitioning are under this trans umbrella, or anything else that people do. So to start off with, before my little explanation and opinion, when I say sex, I mean what you were biologically born with. When I state gender, it's how you live your life and act and portray. Just want to throw that out there. Okay, so trans umbrella to me is individuals that identify as transgender. And I want to state that personally, you don't have to medically transition to qualify as transgender, because to be transgender means you are born a certain sex and you perform a gender that is opposite of that biological sex. So, like, I was born female, I perform, live life as a male. MTFs. They were biologically born male. They perform and live the life as a female. Whether you're medically transitioning or not, who gives a shit? That means you're transgender, and to me, that means you fall under the trans umbrella. Whatever. Some people, I guess, classify individuals that are androgynous and or genderqueer under that trans umbrella. And people transition, whatever, FTM, MTF, and still just classify as genderqueer. So they don't feel that they are, their biological sex. They perform a different gender. They perform a gender. But they still classify themselves as genderqueer or maybe androgynous as well. And so, not like I classify myself as transgender, but I recognize that I am. That would fall under the trans umbrella. If you're genderqueer and that's what you would label yourself or just recognize yourself to be, then I would not classify you under the trans umbrella, because that would be classifying you as something that you don't really believe. And androgyny, androgyny, I mean, maybe I should define these terms too. Androgyny means, regardless of your sex, you kind of look and portray both spectrums of gender. And genderqueer is the same thing, but to my understanding, it means maybe one day you can feel more masculine and perform and act like more male-like, and other days you can, or you feel more feminine, and so you act more female and portray those actions as well, regardless of your biological sex. So, my thinking is I would not classify those individuals under the trans umbrella, regardless of transitioning medically or not, because those individuals don't necessarily classify themselves as transgender. They classify themselves as something else. So if you're transgender and you recognize you're transgender, medically or not, transition, to me, you're under that trans umbrella. So I hope something within there made sense. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I don't know. And I hope I didn't sound rude or ignorant with anything I stated. And also, these are just my opinions. So if you disagree, please don't come hunt me down and shoot me. Yeah. Okay. I'm also sorry I look and sound like complete ass right now. Whew. But I hope everybody has had a good week. Has a good rest of the weekend. and I'll see you next Thursday. Have a good one.